last night at about 9 p.m., the Alameda Police Department received a call for service. The caller had called in to report that their neighbor was a victim of a shooting. Our officers got out to the scene fairly quickly and were able to locate the neighbor. He was suffering from at least one apparent gunshot wound. While officers were attending to this individual, they became focused on a nearby residence. Officers cleared that residence and began moving towards that residence when an individual came to the front door. He was detained. Officers made entry into the residence to clear it. While clearing it, they found several additional individuals suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. The individual who had come out that was detained was later arrested. He's been arrested, and our investigation suggests that he was a shooter in this incident. So far, I can tell you that 4 individuals have passed away. They did not survive their injuries. There's a 5th that's in critical condition. 3 are adults. 1 is a 6-year-old child, and the one that's in critical condition is 1 year old. The relations are that the persons that are deceased and their relation to the person that was arrested is that it was his father-in-law, his mother-in-law, his wife, his eldest son, and his youngest son. The youngest son is the one that's in critical condition. I'll take questions. I want you all to know that this investigation is ongoing, so I'll be limited in what I can say.
Has he confessed, Chief?
Our investigators are speaking with him. We're working on that.
Were there additional shooting victims or just the 5 you listed?
Just the 5.
Does he have other children that survived? Maybe not victims, but other kids there?
So there were 2. So everyone in the house besides him were shot. And of those, there's one child that has survived but is in critical condition.
Any possible motive?
We're still investigating that.
Have you ever been to his house before?
They recently moved to that address, so there are not a lot of calls. I believe there was one call where someone from the residence reported being a victim of a theft.
What was his demeanor when officers got to the door and just saw him there?
I think he did not resist. I think he was surprised our officers got there fairly quickly.
Do you know how many shots were fired in all?
I don't know exactly how many, but there were multiple.
Did he have any blood on him?
I don't know.
What was it, a handgun or rifle?
I don't know. We've recovered multiple firearms from inside the residence.
And the shots took place all inside the home?
At this time, that's what I believe.
Can you go through again when your officers first encountered him? I wasn't clear. Were they already in the house and he showed up at the front door, or he showed up at the front door when they arrived?
The officers were in front of the residence, providing aid to his father-in-law. And at that time, he started coming out the front door of his residence, at which point officers detained him.
Did he have a gun when he came out?
I don't know.
So was the father-in-law injured outside or injured when he walked outside?
We believe that I'm not sure where exactly he was injured. We believe that he was injured inside the home or on the property, and then went to his neighbor's house to call for help.
Do we know if there was a fight that led up to this?
We're still investigating that.
Did the father-in-law say anything before he passed? Do you know, or did your officers hear him say anything?
So we are looking to see the father-in-law did make some statements. We're still trying to review those and understand what was said.
Is there officer body-worn camera video that might have recorded those statements and those interactions with the injured father-in-law?
Our officers do wear a body-worn camera. I'm not sure if it captured that conversation.
Were they found in different rooms?
I don't know.
And I'm sure you all obviously witness a lot of crimes, a lot of situations like this, or I should say like this, but crimes. When it impacts kids, I know that really impacts police officers. How are you doing? How is your staff doing today?
Yeah, this is a tragic and sad incident. And I'll say this, these are the actions of a coward. I know what happened. I have some idea of what happened. And this person's actions were those of a coward.
How are your officers doing? We're all parents, most of us. It rocked us, to be honest about it.
Yeah, our officers are hurt. We have immediately last night we called out our peer support teams. Our officers they're professionals, but they're also human beings, and so they are doing their best that they can. But they're going to stay focused on making sure that this family receives the justice that they deserve.
Is this person cooperating with detectives and answering questions at this time?
I know our detectives are speaking with him. I haven't reviewed the interview itself.
You said they recently moved to town. Do you know if they moved from within Alameda or from another community?
I don't know, but I just know that them arriving at that location is fairly new.
And did the in-laws live in that location as well?
I don't know.
And was he under the influence, drugs, alcohol?
I don't know.
And you said you kind of had an idea of what happened. Does that mean you kind of know the motive, but you just can't tell us, or you don't want to speculate yet?
No, I know that a 6-year-old and a 1-year-old were shot, and so were elderly people, and so that's what I do know. I can with that information say that what he did was tragic, sad, and the actions of a coward.
Any age on the suspect?
I don't. He's an older gentleman.
Thank you, Chief.
Did any of the other victims say anything before they passed? You said the father-in-law, maybe the child, the children, or the mother-in-law, or the wife?
I'm not aware of what other statements have been said.